Hey guys, I received a question in which a person is looking for the right bird for their family. Let's talk about that. I love that kind of question because that means that they are really doing some homework and trying to research what would be a good family bird for them. So that means that they are more likely to end up really happy and not rehome their bird. I'm Kaylin, the author of the Parrot Bliss Bond and the new book, Get to Know African Gray and Cape Parrots. Get your copies on Amazon. If you know that Hera is giving us the cold shoulder there, and that she's a plucker, and that Ale is just a cute, sweet little pioneer, then you're used to hanging out. Thanks for being here. I love you guys. Let's get started. Okay, so one of the problems is this person has a galah, but they breed dogs and they have horses and they work from home, but they don't want a small bird or a nippy bird or a flighty bird. Generally speaking, we can kind of say nippy and flighty are small birds, but that's not 100% true. Actually, you know, any bird will bite, any bird can fly. Flighty, if it's being referred to as, someone's stalking me, as a bird that really is active, they're flying all around, then that does tend to be a smaller bird. It's not to say that a young, larger bird won't be like that. It's to say that usually they're not as active, generally speaking, as the smaller birds. You know, as far as being nippy and stuff, that makes it tough. But I will say this. Rose-breasted cockatoos are kind of interesting because, are you going to drink my matcha? Because they don't necessarily hang out well with their mates. The minute they have a nest box, the males will sometimes kill the females. This is just true of cockatoos. Cockatoos are aggressive and it's a bit problematic. So who you put your cockatoo with is a little tricky. But I did just have someone post and say that their cockatoo likes other birds and they hang out with other birds. So hopefully it'll work out. I'm watching Bella, our cockatoo, and right now, she's not really hanging out with anyone. So she's just kind of still getting to know the ropes, getting comfortable, that kind of thing. So given that they have one parrot, generally I would say get another cockatoo, but I don't know if that'll work out. So instead, I'm going to say they were thinking about either golden or, was it a Hans? In both those cases, you know, a golden conure is a great bird. They are pretty mellow. Hi, Ale. What you doing? Hi, Ale. They're pretty mellow, sort of. Not so much when they're young. He's saying Ale. Yes. Now he's not. Ale. And if you hear a male voice going, Hera, that is Zeus. You can see his feet right there. And I think he's calling for me. He could be calling for Hera, but there you have it. Hi, Zeus, I'm down here. So the golden conure is a great bird. They're not terribly loud. They're not terribly bitey, but they are really active. I spend time often with Bonnie in the evenings. And sometimes I have to put her to bed because she's just too wild and I'm tired. So when they're young, you know, they can be rather active. Now, an African gray is a bird that isn't necessarily bitey or flighty, but when they bite, they bite. And of course, if you're looking for a parrot, they're all gonna bite. Linny parrots, linealated, they're little, and I know this person doesn't want little, but they aren't terribly flighty. I haven't been bitten by any of our linnies to draw blood kind of thing. They're sweet, they're friendly, they're little, they're 50 grams. Hera, who's giving us that sweet little look. Hi, Hera. Hera, what are you? Are you 400 grams or are you 350? 350, huh? Yeah. Pioneer parrots are also really fantastic. So are Cape parrots. They, Alid will bite me sometimes, and he has on occasion drawn blood, especially when I'm trying to put a harness on. But generally speaking, he's not that flighty, he's not that bitey, and you're hearing the bulk of his noise. He's being kind of loud right now. He can be noisier, but this is an incredible species that is semi-independent, so they aren't too independent like an Asiatic bird, which may also be a good idea for your family. But they do bond, and they're beautiful. They're relatively quiet. Pioneers are fantastic birds. So I do think a golden is a possibility, but yes, you do have to watch the golden when it's young and it's out of its cage. That's kind of true of any species. A pioneer is fantastic. They're semi-independent. An Asiatic bird might be really good for your family, because if this bird isn't going to have a whole lot of one-on-one time, and just in case they're not going to bond a whole lot with the rose-breasted, because the rose-breasted has already been there for a while and is already used to not having another parrot, then an independent or semi-independent parrot might be good. African greys are not necessarily in that category of independent or semi-independent. They really like having a companion. If you got a gray, I would say get two. Otherwise, they can get sad and stressed out, that kind of thing. That's not to say that the same isn't true for a pioneer, but they're semi-independent, so I think they're a little better at being alone. And the Asiatic birds, same thing. Since they'd be home with someone else, I think they'd be okay. So there's the suggestions for you. If that really helps and you want to, you can always send a super thanks. The super thanks is right after you click the thumbs up, then you scroll to the right and there's the super thanks. You could send us a coffee or some nuts, right, Hera? Hera, what kind of nuts do you like? She doesn't, she only talks when no one's watching, so that we think she doesn't talk. Huh, Hera? Yes. Hello, Zeus. How are you? Hello. Zeusy. Okay, playing with my, was that hello or was that Hera? It was like, hello. Thank you for watching my blissful video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment. That helps my juice. And if you haven't considered it, consider becoming a YouTube member. YouTube members get extra content every week. They get another video. Plus, we have a forum where we get together and chat. And it's just a nice, very nice little community. All right, thanks for joining us. Let me know what you end up getting, and we'll see you in the next blissful feathered video.